Everybody, it's Gina, and I'm back with another quick video. And this is day 3 of the holiday challenge. And what I'm going to be talking about today is questioning traditions. Is there a particular tradition that you guys have been doing and you've never really thought about it? You just do it every single year without questioning it. So this story has been told, and you've probably heard this before. There's a girl or a young lady who's watching her mother prepare the pot roast for Christmas dinner. And she notices that her mother cuts off both ends of the pot roast. So prior to this, she's never questioned this method before. She's always seen her mother do it, and she's gone on, and no biggie. But this particular year, she decided to ask the question, "Mom, why do you cut off both ends of the pot roast?" "Well," said the mom, "I don't know. That's the way that I saw my mother do it. You may want to ask Grandma." So she goes to her grandma and she says, "Well, Grandma, why do you cut off both ends of the pot roast?" "Well, I don't know. That's the way that my grandmother did it." So she said, "Well, maybe you need to ask your great grandma." Great grandma happens to be in a nursing home, so she calls up great grandma, checks up on great grandma. "How you doing, great grandma? But I have a question. Why did you cut off both ends of the pot roast?" The great grandma's answer was not, "I don't know. That's the way her mother did it." Her response was, "You see, when I first got married, our stove and our oven was just too small for the pot roast, so I started to cut off both ends of the pot roast just so they would fit." Up until that point, the girl did not have an answer, and she never questioned the tradition until then, and now she had a good answer for why her mother was cutting off the two ends of the pot roast, and they realized they were basically just wasting good meat. So until she questioned it, nobody really knew why they were doing this particular thing. I know that there are a couple of things that I do each year. I know why we do it because my family did it when I was growing up, and there are just a couple of things that I would like to continue with my kids. And one of those traditions are making sorrel, which is a type of wine that's made from a flower. And we usually make it around this time of the year. Now, it's gotten to where you can find a drink, also called sorrel, throughout the year. But the sorrel wine is typically made for Christmas. As during Christmas as well, we make the Caribbean style fruitcake, and that is a tradition that I like to continue. But there's some things that I think I've been, wondering whether we should continue them or not. One one of the traditions that I started with my kids when I got a divorce many years ago was to go out and we would purchase an ornament that we would then come back and put on the tree. So each year we would each hang a new ornament, and each child got to pick one particular ornament out that they wanted. My son, my oldest son, collected nutcrackers. We haven't really continued that tradition much in the last couple of years because he's now 23 years old, and I'm not sure if he's really that interested in them. But we've racked up quite a collection. So we've decided, there can be really that much different ones out there. So we went ahead and we've we've got quite a few, so we decided to stop that. My daughter collects snow globes, and again, she decided to stop those at a particular age. So, as the kids got older, some of them were stopped on their own. But I don't know, this time of the year, I think a lot of us, I don't know about you, but we may tend to carry on traditions just because our families in the past were doing those traditions, and we never really questioned them whatsoever. So maybe it's something that you'd want to do this year. I know that's one of the things that I'm going to be doing. The ornaments, I'm not completely taking them away. What I'm thinking about doing is getting some DIY ornaments. And what I'm going to do is fill in just on a tiny piece of paper, write out some thoughts to each of my children. So they will each have an ornament that's clear, and inside of each ornament I'm going to tuck little notes of different things that I or little moments that I appreciated or had with them throughout the this past year, and I will tuck those into the ornament, and they will be able to collect them off of the tree, open up the ornament, and then read those special memories that I had with them. One of the other things that I'm going to be doing is to create a CD, burn some images, my favorite pictures of me with each of them, and a few with all of us, onto a CD or a DVD, so that they can go back and they can look at all of our memories for this past year and maybe a couple years back as well. And this is something that I would like to continue over the next couple of years as they're getting older. I now also have a granddaughter, so one of the things that I'll be doing is putting together a compilation of videos as well as images that I've collected with her over the last 2 years. She's going to be 2 this coming February, and this will be her second Christmas, but it will most likely be the first Christmas that she actually enjoys. So those are the traditions that I'm going to be starting this coming year with the ornament and the DVDs. I want to have more presence, as in us being together, rather than presents that we have to unwrap under the tree. So presents rather than presents. So that's what I'm going to be doing. We probably could all benefit from questioning some of the traditions that we've just been continuing just for the heck of it, because we've done them in the past and we feel we should. So, what do you think are some of the traditions that you may be able to question this year? And what are some of the traditions that you think you may be able to start this year and continue on in the future years? Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and stop here. And I'd love to hear your thoughts. Just post them in the comment section below. If you like this video, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And if you're not a subscriber, please go ahead and just click that red subscribe button. There are going to be more videos like this coming up. I'm going to try to do these on a daily basis, but if they're not posted daily, at least every couple of days until the holiday challenge is over. So I look forward to your comments below, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.